Episode 1984 of the episode. Waited 84 episodes to say that.
Oh, God.
It's a fantastic book. Just check it out.
I still haven't read those two other books.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck. I'm the worst.
That's all right. It's just reading.
Yeah. Overrated.
CJ brought a special surprise today. Straight from Daddy's garage.
Yeah. From the liquor cabinet.
From C. Daddy's J's garage.
Worthy Park Worthy Gold Premium Jamaican Rum. Established 1670.
This is going to be very good or very bad. I don't think there's going to be an in-between.
No, hell no.
And of course, as I say that, we'll be like, you know, this is pretty good. This is pretty average rum.
We've only had one rum on the
Sailor
podcast.
Jerry's.
Yeah. And that's like the only...
Whoa. There's a seal on that.
Oh, sorry. Good call.
Not bad. Sounded pretty crisp.
Not bad, but it's not a cork.
Like, listen, it is what it is. This is probably
like
aged very fine. Oh, I can smell it from here.
Good or bad?
Oh. Whoa. That's a bold scent.
Shit.
That's a bold scent.
Is it? Oh, God.
That's like fucking strong.
It's not light on the alcohol.
No, it's like pure alcohol smell. Be honest with you, Brian. That smells like pure gasoline.
It's just got a government warning on the back.
No description.
It's only 40%.
Huh.
Net 1 liter.
Is this thing on? Yes, it's on.
Oh my
Just kidding.
Yeah, you're killing me. So is this garage. Fucking the floral shop.
Welcome to the Floral Dome.
The floral dome. Trying to St. Catharines, Jamaica.
We have one of those here.
Yeah, we gotta see.
Holy fuck.
I
This
do not like the
smells
middle.
intense. I'll be honest.
I'll be honest. I've been waiting for you to take the first sip.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, God.
Did you take your glasses off for when your eyes water?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, weird. Doesn't taste like it smells, thankfully.
Okay, fuck. That's all I could smell when I was drinking.
Holy fuck, that's hot, though.
Yeah, it is. That fucking warms you up.
That is fucking
real nice.
Warm.
Holy. Yeah, that threw me for a fucking loop. Because all you smell is alcohol. And then that's all I expected to taste. And then I tasted it. And it didn't burn. It didn't burn like alcohol.
No.
It just warm. Yeah, it's hot.
That's like a stereotypical rum hot heat to it. Not bad, my first impression, though. It's like, as it's sitting, it's getting more flavors.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I'm not
bad.
upset.
No. It could have been worse because
I was really scared.
it can definitely be worse.
I saw the bottle and I'm like, fuck it. It's the only one that hasn't been opened.
Who cares?
And
It's been aged to perfection.
we definitely haven't drank it.
I've never had that in my life. I've never even seen that in my life. Now, this looks like it was bought off of someone like, this is when you give the bartender $20 when you're at an all-inclusive.
Yeah, maybe.
And they just give you a bottle from behind the bar.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
I think Mike went to Jamaica and brought it back.
Because usually, it's like, it's not like the top brand stuff that they stock at all-inclusive.
No.
But it's like, okay, it's decent.
Sure, it gets the job done for sure.
Definitely does when they don't water it down. This is what this bottle, like, just the label of it, that's what it looks like to me. I could be totally wrong. This is probably like the #1 selling rum in Jamaica for all I know.
I'm wondering if they got it at like the duty free
Could've.
in the airport.
For like $12.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
On their way out or some shit.
Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go a little high on my virgin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 8.7.
Wow.
Yeah, not that I liked it that much, but it was like a number of things. It didn't suck, which is good.
Yeah.
But then as we were talking and the flavors were settling, I was actually getting some nice like typical rum tastiness
kinda
to it.
sweet.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet. I don't
It
know.
wasn't overpowering. I thought it was
I
pretty
wasn't
nice.
really paying attention to it. It's warm as warm gets.
Yeah. I don't think the rest of my scores are going to be 8.7. But it really,
yeah,
I had very low expectations.
Yeah. I'm kind of close. I'm going to go 8.2, and I do want to radiate. Fuck, I can't
Radiate.
talk. Yeah,
You want to radiate.
I'm gonna say exactly what you said, and the
Fuck.
You good?
Yeah.
What we were smelling, it tasted nothing like it.
It honestly, for those following along at home, it smelled close to rubbing alcohol. Like with just like the overpowering
just go smell
alcohol.
rubbing alcohol and then go. I don't even know what to
take a notch off of it. It's pretty close.
Go drink some fucking caramel. Like
it smells like shit, bro. It smells awful.
There's nothing nice about it.
No, it does not
probably
smell good.
mixes pretty well though.
I'm sure it does.
With Coke, because Coke kills everything.
Cocaine we're talking about here, buddy. Ain't no mixing with fucking Coca-Cola.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's go smell.
Yeah.
This is going to be my lowest smell.
Yeah, mine's going to be right down there. I'm going to go 4.9.
Nice. Wow.
It's going to go sub 5.
Yep.
5 to me is like a reasonable middle ground. And like a 4.9 is pretty fucking low on the smell scale for me.
I'm even lower than you, bud.
All right.
4.1.
Okay.
This is absolute ass. There's nothing good about the smell. Other than the fact that it smells like rum and alcohol. Like it's got it's got the rum scent slightly. Like every alcohol has its own like scent. But this is god awful. Not good.
It's pretty good.
This is I'm trying to think of something that we have here that I could compare it to. Maybe like Smirnoff, because that smells like ass.
Smirnoff is one of the worst smelling vodkas, I think.
But I think vodkas in general don't smell very good.
No, but they're also in a category of like no one really cares too much about the smell of vodka. I don't find. Rum, I think people kind of care about the smell of it.
I feel like rum's something you drink like just a glass of.
You could easily.
But I feel like vodka
common.
You don't. And like you do shots of.
Russia. Yeah.
You do shots of. Nobody's sipping on it. You know, there's a difference between shots and sipping.
Right. You're right. Rum is much more sipping than doing shooters of. The only thing for me is it's hard to like sample because I'm like trying not to breathe
while you're drinking.
The smell
but
puts
you
me
have
off that
to.
much. I know, but the smell puts me off that much. It's difficult. It's very difficult.
It ruins the whole experience.
It's pretty close to ruining it. I'll give you that.
Because when you smell it and when you're drinking, you kind of smell it.
Yeah.
You think it's going to taste like it smells. And it doesn't.
Roll the tape back. I think I've winced a couple times like I'm like gun shy. When I go take a sip, I'm nervous about it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. What do we else? We got smoothness.
Flavor, smoothness, finish.
Flavor is going to be tough. It's going to be low. I don't love it. Wow, that was like sweet and salty. I'm going to sit on flavor.
That's fine. I'm going to hit you with finish.
Are you?
Spit hot fire.
Does. But it's got a sweet finish, I feel like.
That was one off the Virgin when we was hanging
I still
around.
get it though.
Yeah, it's not like it lingers in your mouth, but in a good way.
I can still taste it.
Yeah, and you actually taste the better parts of the drink.
Yeah,
I find.
Yeah.
But that said, it is fucking hot, like spicy hot.
This shit burn. Like okay, I shouldn't say burn.
Doesn't burn. It's like hot.
But as soon as it's down, it leaves like a fucking skid mark down your fucking.
Yeah, it burns all the way.
Yeah, it's
down.
like a fucking drag cars going down and just heating up the tires.
How many times I say it doesn't burn, but keep using the word burn to describe it?
I know.
That's how fucking limited my vocabulary is.
It's
All right.
like it's a fireball just going down, and it's just.
I'm gonna
heating
go
up.
7.5 on the finish because it's not too bad. Like it's
Okay.
rum. Like
Yeah.
rum is, it's warm, right? It's not the end of the world, and it does have some redeeming qualities as far as like there's a nice sweetness to it, and I actually find you get more flavor of the fucking rum
Yeah,
after it's fucked off.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, so 7.5 because it's like, yeah, it's not my favorite tasting rum, but
Yeah.
it's not too bad. But that it's hot.
Going 6.9.
6.9, nice.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I like it.
Yeah, that's why I went 7.5 because I don't like. It's like middle of the road.
Yeah,
and of course this is like I'm like it's gonna be terrible or it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be in between. It's pretty fucking close in between.
I don't like how long.
Actually, it's closer to not good than it is to good.
I don't like how long it sits in your mouth.
I don't dislike that.
Okay,
It's each to their own on that
Yeah.
one, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I just find it's just hanging around too long, and the sweetness isn't
it's not worth
strong
it.
enough that it's like I like this.
That's fair.
Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
That's a fair point.
69.
69. Nice.
All right.
I don't know about
smoothness.
flavor. I'm gonna.
I think I could go smoothness.
All right, hit me with it. I don't think I can.
It's pretty smooth. Like the alcohol burn's not there.
I struggle with
warm.
doing this one.
It's because what you smell
I know.
isn't what you get. I'm going to try to separate the two here.
Go for it, buddy. I'm gonna ride your coattails on this one.
I'm going 7.9 on the smoothness. It's pretty smooth. It's a little alcohol-y, and it heats you up. Some people might not like that. I like it because it's not. We've had it before where it like heats you up, but it feels like a acid reflex.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily that.
This isn't that.
This is like a typical rum warm up.
Yeah, and trust me, it's a little chilly out there today. I almost threw a sweater on before I came here.
Yeah, you
I'm like,
could use a little warmth.
We're drinking rum. I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going 7.9. I think it's pretty smooth. It's not the smoothest, but it's up there.
That alcohol flavor's in there for me. I'm gonna go 7.4 on smoothness.
Yep.
It's just like it's not quite doing it for me.
Yeah.
You pretty much nailed the description of it, but I don't find it.
That smooth.
No, it's
Fair.
that overpowering alcohol taste is definitely in there. Like when you drink it as well, it's not just the smell effect.
But it's when it's going down.
Yeah. That's when I don't like it.
Huh.
I wouldn't necessarily call that the finish. I would call that like part of the
That's
smoothness.
All alcohol in my tongue right now.
Yeah, that's
Not good.
That's
We
what I'm
should
talking
have shaken
about.
it.
Oh, is that make a
I
difference?
think all the flavors sat.
Oh, find out on the second glass.
Imagine it's like a different color.
Oh my god, it separates. It's very it's weirdly fizzier than I would expect for like liquor, don't you?
Well, there's a lot of air in the.
Is that going to make a difference?
I don't think so. It's not like wine.
It's liquor. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, but you're just like adding air to it by shaking it
Allegedly.
because there's a lot of air in there.
All right, let me breathe. Let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe. That's all your garage is going to smell after this. The floral den.
It smelled like we were fucking cleaning it up with, like we murdered someone and put rubbing alcohol down to fucking clean her up. All right, flavor is going to be pretty low for me. I get most of my flavor on the finish.
Yep.
Initially drinking it, it's just like, it's
Like the finish, you have to get it down.
oh yeah, and not do anything else.
Yeah.
Just hang out for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
To like appreciate that. Oh, this has flavor.
Yeah.
So that said, I'm gonna go 6.8 because it's a very strong alcohol taste.
Yep.
It could definitely be smoother for me and a little bit more flavorful. But all in all, like for a fucking resort rum, if this is all you had, it'd be totally fine.
Again, I don't think I'm drinking this on its own ever again.
No.
It's
After today.
I'm throwing something in there. I'm gonna be lower than you. I'm gonna go 6.4. There's not a whole lot of flavor, to be honest.
That's my
There's
major
like
gripe.
there's a little, but it's mostly alcohol.
Strong alcohol.
Strong alcohol too. Yeah, it's not a light encounter, if you will.
It's not a pleasant viewing.
Yeah. Yeah, not what I was hoping, but what I was expecting.
That's a very good way to put it.
Oh fuck.
It is what it is, man. I'm glad we they can't all be fucking. You can't eat lobster every night. Sometimes you got to go to McDonald's.
Yeah. Yo, we hit McDonald's the other night. Woo. That hit the spot.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into that after.
Okay.
But let's
wrap this shit
yeah.
up.
The verdict is in, ladies and gentlemen. I am sitting at a 6.7.
And a 7.1 for me. Actually, a little higher than I thought, to
Same.
be fair.
Now, keep in mind, though,
But that's fine.
our lowest ones were the smell.
Yeah.
And we had 8s for the virgins, because the virgins
Yeah.
hit us off guard. And the whole point of the virgin is to get that first initial impression. Do I hate you? Do I like you?
No, which is totally fine.
And it turned around on us.
It did.
It had a good first impression. Then we smelt it again.
Now, that said, I wouldn't say that,
It smelled like fucking gym socks from a 70-year-old man.
it smelled like gym socks that were soaked in bleach.
Yeah. And then alcohol.
Yeah.
And then left out to dry and then repeated.
Rinse, dry, repeat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's definitely not the worst rum on the market. It's just not made for drinking the way we're drinking it. Throw this into a cocktail, like you were saying.
Throw it in a cocktail.
It would be completely fine.
Keep it simple too. You could do a dark and stormy, which is just with ginger beer.
Yeah.
Done. Although you got to go with, personally, dark and stormy, you got to go with like Kraken, or
You like dark,
you
huh?
got to go dark.
Yeah. So you could cheat
Because it's
use
got
this in a pinch.
like the dark rums. We should
I'm fine with that. I like rum.
yeah. We should go on a little rum train for a bit.
Twist this rubbery dick of an arm. No problem, bro.
Because the dark rums can be very, very good. But yeah, there you go.
That's your fucking. Here's your review.
Yeah. What was it called again? Worthy Gold?
Worthy Gold
Premium
by
Jamaican rum.
Worthy Park Estate or Worthy Park Rum.
I wish it had more of a backstory. Literally just government warning.
Yeah, I know. I don't, that's why I think it's.
It's also surprising that it's only 40%.
I think rum's usually around 40%, isn't it?
Find out next week.
He's just that's surprising. That's at 40%.
Actually, no episode next week. We're skipping a week. I'm going away.
CJ's going to drink rum on a beach.
Deuces.
Yeah.
So yeah, week break, but then we'll be back full tilt.
Fuller Tilter.
Fuller Tilter.
Fullerton Tilt.
Okay, so me and Chris went out downtown, Thursday?
Yeah.
4 days ago? 5 days ago? I don't know. Went down to Toronto. Met
Great
with
night. Met up with the
couple of
homies.
friends. Yeah, the boys.
The boys. Couple of boys.
Couple of boys. That's what. And went to this cool whiskey bar that
Yeah.
was absolutely gigantic.
Also very intimidating.
Also very dead.
Yeah.
Like we were the third booth of people.
You know what I don't
And
think
there's probably
helped that place
12.
is the facade of it was under construction. So
True.
For those who are wondering, when you walk downtown sometimes and the face of a building's under construction or a building itself is under construction and you have to walk under scaffolding.
Yeah. They do
doesn't-
some janky signs
Yeah,
under it, and you have
that
to
doesn't-
literally walk under it to see what's
You would
there.
never know that it's there,
Yeah.
unfortunately, even walking beside it. And there was a fucking wicked Indian place beside it, it looked like.
That only me and you wanted to go to.
That's fine. That's whatever. People don't like Indian food. They're cowards. But
Yeah, agreed.
that's a different story. But the point is that it looked like a fucking legit Indian spot.
Yeah.
That I don't think it would have gotten the foot traffic had it been more open.
Yeah, not under some type of construction.
But my main reasoning for saying it was
Oh, yeah.
intimidating
Yeah.
was whiskey bars in general. Any sort of there's a vodka bar downtown.
Really?
Yeah, which I would like to go to. Any sort of specialty bar that focuses on a drink. I assume it's expensive.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
Alcohol is expensive anyways at a bar. Now, if you're going to like some like more refined like whiskey bar, like a little more hoity-toity type of shit, I'm expecting double the expense that I would expect to pay.
I agree.
Then I got very nervous when we looked at the menu and there was no prices on the motherfucking thing.
Yeah, because you instantly went to the washroom as soon as we got there. I pulled up the menu, and I think Rob did as well. And we were scrolling, and I'm like, yo, there's no prices on this. And then Zach's like, let's just get a drink. I'm like, okay, let's get the feel for the rest of the room.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you were like, let's just go. And I'm like, agreed.
Because what I was concerned about was I wanted to at least have a drink of something I didn't like, but I didn't want to pay like
$40.
$40 an ounce.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Buffalo Trace at a restaurant before for $48 a shot.
What?
Yeah. So like,
what restaurant?
I don't want to say it out loud. It's a very high-end restaurant in
Throw
Toronto.
them under the bus.
I'm not going to. We walked by and I'm like, we could go there, but it's expensive. Now that said, it like caters to high-end clientele. So like their markups on their liquor are probably extravagant, to
Yes.
say the least. But that was what I
$48. You could buy a bottle.
$40
You
a
could buy a
bottle.
bottle for that.
You could buy it for cheaper than that. Yeah. It's
Fuck.
$40 a bottle.
Oh, is it?
It's like 41, I think. Maybe 45, highest
I was
end.
going to say it's
not
pretty
50.
close. No,
It's
it's
not
definitely
50.
it's definitely not 50.
So that was my concern. I'm like, motherfucker, like that's a realistic option going into a whiskey bar for something that's like you're paying now. I don't know, I've never been in this place before. You have to assume the worst. So that's that's why I was like, let's just get the fuck out of here because
let's go. I'm not trying to spend
we're gonna order shit from a bottle that's like a decent bottle of whiskey average is $40 a bottle. I don't want to spend that on one ounce.
Yeah, and when we went, I forget what we started with.
Four Roses.
Four Roses.
The
now
small
we've
batch,
had,
which is very good.
I think we've had the small batch.
I don't think we've had Four Roses on here.
We might have. Anyways,
I don't know.
I digress. So we had Four Roses, and now Four Roses isn't anything crazy. And then I started diving into the menu a little more because, again, I panicked when the guy showed up. I was a little rushed.
We were flustered.
Yeah, and like one, I thought we were leaving, and then we stayed, and then I wasn't ready to order. But I ended up diving through the menu, and thank God I did, because a whiskey I've been trying to get for us for a while
Yeah, you always talk about
is
it.
the Weller's Special Reserve, I think it's called. And now here, the LCBO brings it in once a year, and depending on which store you go to, depends on how many bottles they bring in. And the last time I went looking for it, the guy said, if you're not getting like alerted it's here,
You're never going to get it.
it sells out within like the first at least week, if not sooner. I'm like, well, fuck, like
Fuck me.
not that big of a degenerate where I'm going to wait around for a fucking
You should try it sometime.
notification. Like, I'll just try to order it online, I guess, at some point. But yeah, so we were talking to the guy. I'm like, oh, you have this? And then we started asking like, hey, you don't have your prices? Hey, he's like, we're redoing our menu and
Also,
like website and all
also
this.
we had already bought a round before we decided to say. So we got
And it wasn't that
we
bad.
got the first round and it was completely, I think it was like $11 an ounce, which is completely reasonable for a whiskey bar.
Yeah.
More than fine.
I think the most expensive was,
Because this was like a high end.
I think it was like
place.
$14, and Rob ordered a scotch
Yeah.
that I wish I had tried.
Well, you've tried it before.
I did?
We've had it at his house before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we had,
Around my birthday time.
yeah, okay.
You've had it before.
I didn't know it was that
it's,
one.
It's pretty expensive per bottle.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It was priced pretty well on the menu, and it's also pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get the bill. We're like, fuck, what's this going to be? And we're like, oh, totally reasonable per ounce. We're like, all right, we'll do another round, and this time we'll ask them, hey, how much are the fucking ounces
Yeah, how much is it going to cost? Because the Weller's was pretty like low down. It could have been alphabetical. I wasn't paying attention. But we were also talking about the Basil Hayden's.
Yeah, I was
We've
asking
had
him.
that,
Yeah.
but they had like 3 or 4
They
different
had
bottles.
3 different ones, and there was one that was intriguing to me. It was like made in a molasses keg or something like that. It was like, supposed to be sweet. But anyway, after we paid the bill out, like we all felt like I think a little bit more confident.
Yeah,
Be
they're
like,
like,
hey, maybe we should ask some questions, which we should have done anyway. Which
Yeah.
was our bad, definitely. But
Yeah.
it was a bit intimidating, that place,
It was.
especially when there's no pricing on
It
there.
was
Like,
nice,
what the fuck?
though.
Really nice establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
can't even imagine what that place costs per month.
too much.
Or like 25 grand a
Dude,
month.
it was
Huge,
long.
skinny and long.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
No, definitely
Mine's
not
just
my
skinny
problem.
and short.
Yeah, so we were like, which one do you prefer? And the guy started talking to us, and I'm assuming the owner came over as well, and he started chit chatting with us, and they both preferred the Wellers over the Basil Haydens. Now the funny thing is, their price of the Wellers, even though being hard to pull in, was a lot cheaper than the Basil Haydens.
It was cheaper, and they also preferred the Four Roses over the Wellers and Basil Haydens.
Did they?
I believe the owner said that his favorite bang for his buck was the Four Roses.
Small batch?
Single barrel, he said.
Oh, he said single
Our
barrel?
server said that he liked the small batch,
Right.
but the owner said the single barrel.
Yeah, because the small batches, they take
All
the
the
best barrels and then
of
combine
that
them.
year.
Yeah, and then combine them into one.
Blend them up nice.
Where the small batches, you're just getting it from one barrel. And
Reverse that. Single barrel is just one barrel, and that's it.
I thought that's what I said.
No, he said small batch twice.
Fuck.
It's all good. It's all good. We
You
get
knew
it.
what I meant.
We get it.
The rum's got me fucked up. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a nice experience. I would definitely go back, having gotten my feet wet a little bit.
Yikes.
CJ just polished that bad boy off.
That one had a bite to it.
What? Well, I wasn't there when the guy first came over the table. How much did he tell you how much it was per bottle, or did you guys guess? Because you guys were throwing around like $200 a bottle or something like that. As if like
know.
he had told.
I thought Rob said that, but I have no idea. I don't know if that
so
was on the
we
menu.
don't know where the fuck it came
I don't
from.
know if Rob went to a different section on the menu because I didn't go to bottles or whatever, but Rob might have ventured over to the bottles. He might have. I don't think he said it. I don't think any
Someone
of
was
us
throwing
asked.
around.
Yeah.
Someone just picked a fucking number. It was like, this is how much it is for a bottle. And then I'm like, well, let's leave because the shots are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. But it
was
wasn't.
cool.
It was good.
I'm glad we tried it.
I'm definitely glad we stopped because I was
Talk about
giving
a place I wouldn't expect to survive COVID.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they had one item on their menu and it was a special and it was lamb, which actually looked good.
Sounded good.
Sounded very good.
Yeah.
But like it's not a place that you're going to go there for dinner.
But I think he said it was like, I want to say like $50-$60, but it was like,
It was $40.
you like,
It was really well priced for lamb.
it was $40.
It
I
was
was
like
going to say, because
5
it
or
seemed
6
like something
ounces
you
of lamb.
share.
It was 5 or 6 ounces of lamb and like it was like a nice entree.
Oh, fuck.
I would happily, like $40 for lamb at a restaurant's a very good price.
Yeah. Fuck. I told you guys we should have went there.
You were right.
Yeah, I was giving you
Mark
guys
it
a
down
hard
on this
time.
date, April 11th. CJ was right.
Yeah. Fuck. 12th. Oh, no, it's the
Oh, it's
11th.
the 11th, bro.
Fuck.
He can't even be right on the day.
Fuck.
Jesus
This
Christ.
fucking rum's got me fucked up, man.
This rum has gone straight to my head. I'll be honest.
Did it?
It's like
It went straight to my fucking palate and
I feel
it
like I went
destroyed it.
cross-eyed. Ruined it for
Yeah.
life. I feel like I
like-
went fucking cross-eyed from this
It's like
shit.
having COVID. I'm going to taste for a week.
I found tinfoil hat time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about this one. I happened across the weirdest conspiracy theory I've ever encountered.
Oh,
And
my
it's
God.
weird to me because it's so irrelevant that it's like, why are people even caring about this?
Idiots.
Well, listen, we're dumb too, but
Come on.
I enjoy this one. Okay. So this is how I found it. So it said, TikTok exposed me to knowing Ethiopia.
Okay, hang on. Let's emphasize on the TikTok.
Yeah. That's how you know it's a good one. That's how you know it's good. That's why I was intrigued. Also, apparently TikTok's like riddled with like people just piping off about conspiracy theories.
Dude, TikTok is the craziest platform.
I think it's pretty insane.
because
I see a lot of crazy people.
The
on there.
algorithm, I feel like, is so strong that like as soon as you like start, let's say food,
Right.
you start watching a lot of food ones. That's all you're
It's
getting.
just gonna be food,
and you just like you can go down all these crazy rabbit holes.
right?
Not on it. Don't plan on ever getting on it.
No, I don't think it's.
Only time I see TikToks is like when
they filter down to whatever platform you're on.
Yeah, so like they get reshared on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, I see them when they get to the bottom of the pit, which is Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, this is what caught my attention. I don't even know how it came up. I don't follow this person. No one retweeted it.
Yeah.
But the algorithms fuck with you hard. TikTok exposed me to and I don't even like, I'm not even on conspiracy theory Twitter. Like that's not even like my algorithm.
How do I get on that?
Just start liking all these pictures. Because now I think I'm on and I'm not as,
Nice.
I like it. TikTok exposed me to knowing Ethiopia is in a different year from us. And it's low-key been creeping me out. And I was like, I'll read on further.
Yeah. You've intrigued
Interesting.
me.
So she's like, so here's the first video I came across that tickled my curiosity. I'll just play it because it's like 40 seconds long.
You know what I find very interesting about Ethiopia? And I thought about this because my cousin had sent me a video that I'll link. But Ethiopia is behind like 7 years. You know what I'm saying? They have their own time zone. They have their own date. And I didn't know this until my Ethiopian family friend turned auntie told me that. And I was like, whoa, that's mad weird, but okay. But what's interesting is the fact that Ethiopia is in a completely different time. But what else is interesting about Ethiopia? That was the only African country to not get colonized by white people. They don't follow the Gregorian calendar. What's really fucking real, y'all?
Like that doesn't even make sense. And just for some context, the lady is laying in her bed. Seems like she just got out of the shower. She's got a shower cap on, I think.
She seems like a nice lady.
I didn't say she wasn't. Just not the smartest. I also like how in the TikTok it throws up like she's like,
oh yeah, this
date, time, and then it's like calendar.
Yeah. Also, her caption is, everything is made up. We are living the same day over and over, just aging as the sun rises and sets. I don't think that's the most outrageous statement ever. Like,
It's not.
everything is made up to a certain extent, but like, we definitely know how to track time and shit. The only thing that's like, all right, so I'm just going to fill people in on the blanks here because we've discussed this off camera a little bit, so
Yeah.
I don't want it to be so confusing.
It already is.
It's already way too confusing. So right now it's 2014 in Ethiopia on their calendar.
Okay.
They use a calendar that's from like 2000, maybe just before BC, right?
Okay.
So it's either like, it's plus or minus 100 years of the zero mark, right? The BC mark. So it's somewhere around 2000 years old. The Gregorian calendar is like a couple hundred years old. There's a couple calendars before that, blah, blah, blah. But they settled down on this calendar. And they just never use the Gregorian calendar, which is what the rest of the world's on. So it's like March 2018. They have 13 months, which was very common for pagans to have like a 13th month. But it wasn't a full month. Like all of their months were like 20-ish days. Because a year is not a perfect 365 days, right? It's like 365 and change.
So we're
That's
just
why we
speeding
have-
up time.
No, we're not. That's why we have the leap year to like reset the calendar every 4 years to
Okay.
account for that. So they're just on a different calendar. So on their calendar, it's 2014.
Yeah, there's just a little less complicated.
But the thing that's confusing to me is people think that like that's like as if that's the real time, right? So it's 2014 actually. Okay. Irrelevant because it's still like what just because the clock says 2014, it's still the exact same time. We're on the same planet.
Yeah. It's not like they're fucking spinning around us just
Yeah, if they were on the moon and their like time works a little differently there, I could buy that. Like that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've seen Inception.
Yeah.
I'm a physicist.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Inception.
Oh, not Inception.
fuck-
Interstellar.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
director. But
Inception fucked me up the first time I saw it.
Interstellar is more fucky because that's like time. That's when like it's all about theory of relativity. So like
Right.
you've seen Interstellar?
Like when it first came
McConaughey?
out.
But anyway, like they go to a planet that's closer to a black hole. Their ship stays further back outside. So every minute that they're on is like X amount of fucking hours. They spent like 2 hours on the planet and they were there for like 26 years.
Jesus.
Which all adds up to reality. Like that actually can happen. Someone can be orbiting the planet 26 years. They spent an hour on the planet and they didn't age and you did 26 years, which is a mind fuck unto itself. But the point of this story is that that's not what is happening in Ethiopia.
No, they literally live. Let's pull up a map because I have what is called Google.
Yeah. East Africa.
Let's go.
It is interesting to me, though, that I didn't know that they were...
Okay, let's just throw this out. I've never Googled it.
All right.
First thing that comes up when I type
like
in...
the computer's listening.
Is literally put in
You type in ETH, and the first hit is Ethiopian calendar.
That is fucked.
Just click on it. What day is it?
Oh, I didn't click on the calendar. Sorry, I was just trying to get...
It's on the Horn of Africa, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Eastern
So
Africa.
it's surrounded by other... Literally surrounded by other like countries, towns, whatever you call them. And weird how they are in a time warp.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
So then this lady posted that she then came across this video a few minutes later, and it's a 3-minute long video of this fucking lady going on about how her clocks don't line up, and that there was like some sort of glitch in the universe. And if you look at any clock, like I was looking at my boyfriend's phone, and then he looked at mine, and the times didn't line up. Then we went to every clock in our house, and they didn't line up. They were all off. And then I looked at our analog clocks, and like, what about those? Well, I have 4 of them right here, and they're all off. And it's like, okay, well, listen, you're not buying atomic clocks here. Like,
I want to hear her.
It's too long to play. It would be too boring, I think.
Shit.
That's why I asked you to watch this before.
Fuck.
But anyway, it says the math is mathing, but basically
math is math.
Basically, it gets down. This is where the conspiracy kicks in. Is that in this lady's video that she linked to, where the girl's like, the clocks don't line up, and Ethiopia's on the older calendar, which you would think would be more accurate there because it's older, which I don't know if it is or isn't. I don't know if the Gregorian's more accurate or less accurate, or if they're both pretty well the same. They just start at a different point, so therefore they're about 8 years off.
I guess it comes down to like, are they still working off like 24-hour clock?
Yeah. They know how to track the sky the same way. To me, it's just a matter of how you skew your months, because when like
I guess,
pagans and shit were operating off of, and like I think the ancient Egyptians were like this too. They operated on a 13-month calendar, but it was still based on 365 days in a year.
So 13 months, but still...
But not 30 days per month though, right? Like some months would be like 21, 22. And it was all based on like the equinoxes and all this shit. And that's how they fucking tracked the clock. So they were still basing it off of like either 365 or 366 days per year.
Yeah.
So they're very close.
So 365 for 13 months is roughly 28 days a month.
Okay. So I knew it was in the 20s.
Yeah.
Right.
And then... I don't know. You add another day, you're just getting closer to...
You're just going to skew it off. So over fucking 2,000 years, the fact that it's only 7.5 years apart isn't that bad, really.
No, it's really not. Because our months are 30 or 31, except for February.
So this lady in the second video...
4 days.
This is where she surmises...
2 to 3 days per month. I could see how that gets out of hand.
It's because they don't... No, it's... You base that off of 365, right?
Yeah.
So that's
but what I'm saying,
they're
but
just
like
not accounting for the.
If they were on the same, they're going 28 days. They're way slower than us, even though it's 13 months.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah.
What do they call their 13th month?
I don't know, but that's
the 13th.
Maybe they probably call it something in Ethiopian, which you cannot understand. But let me get to the meat and potatoes of this thing, because this isn't even the interesting part.
I'm just having a hard time getting past the fucking.
The math isn't
how it
mathing
started.
For you.
Yeah, it's really not.
If you read some of those books that I gave you, they do discuss that. Anyway, you're getting caught up in the details that don't matter per se. But basically, it's March in 2014 on their calendar. For the rest of us, it's April 2022. Not big a deal. We're all on the same planet.
Sure.
But where this lady goes a little off the rails for me is she surmises that because they use a calendar that's from circa 2,000 years ago, therefore it's more accurate, which I'm sure there might be an argument for that. Maybe there's not. I don't know. That's not my area of expertise because nothing is. But she says that the Mayans were right because the world, like, you know, December 12th, December 21st, what was it, 12th? What the fuck was the end of the day? End of the year supposed to be? December 12th? 2012? No.
What was the other day you were going to throw out?
I was going to say the 21st, but I don't think that was
I
it.
think it was.
I'll
thought
look
it
it
was
up
on the
quickly.
20th.
When was the world?
Supposed to end. Wasn't there like
to end.
fucking 7 different times?
Oh, it ends like weekly for some people.
That's a little dark.
Yeah, December 21st. I mean more like in a religious aspect. But that was pretty dark. Actually, it ends daily for most people. December 21st, 2012 was the end of the Mayan calendar, which for those who don't recall, there was minimal hysteria regarding the fact that that was supposed to be the end of the world because the Mayans were so accurate in their calendar, which they were. They had a deep understanding of how the Earth moved through the cosmos. But then there was like a bunch of theories that no, their calendar actually kept going and they found another blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But the people were saying the world's going to end when the Mayan calendar ends. So this lady surmises that because the calendar is older in Ethiopian, therefore it's more accurate, that the end of the world, which was supposed to take place in 2012, December 21st, hasn't happened yet, or didn't happen when it happened because we were on the wrong clock. Right? So we were actually 7.5 years ahead of time. So she says that if you do the math and work it all back to what December 21st, 2012 is, in Ethiopian time, it's like December 31st, 2019 for us was when the world ended. And then
So we're not here.
we like slipped into some parallel universe, or like we're all in purgatory, and that's why the world's so fucking
And
weird.
Ethiopia's catching up, or
No, it's also ended for them, I guess. This is the part that's confusing to me,
okay?
right? Because you've now asked a question
Yes.
which no one could possibly answer because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So the world ended in 2000 on New Year's Eve in 2019, which is interesting considering the fact that then we had COVID, and that's basically it. Like nothing really like astronomical has happened since then. But
Wasn't COVID? Didn't it start in 2020?
yeah, January 2020. So the world ended.
Oh,
on,
New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Oh,
New Year's Eve.
Yeah. I missed the Eves part. I'm telling you, man. There's something in this fucking rum like disables your brain.
I don't think it's
Holy
the rum.
Fuck.
But my favorite part is reading the descriptions,
Like the comments?
the comments.
The
Yeah,
descriptions.
you like you said, our fucking brains. Jesus Christ. So this
Crazy they have so many descriptions
I know.
for
This
one
one,
video.
Japan uses a completely different calendar as well. Externally, they use the Gregorian calendar. Here in Japan, they use and are quite proud of the Koki, or Japanese imperial calendar. Literally everything is made up. It could be the year 3204 if everyone just agreed on it. I think she's kind of right about that. But, and then I'm pretty sure the Mayan calendar didn't end on 2012. I watched a video on it. But the way they track time was way different from anyone today. Basically, 2012 was like their 1999 to 2000. Their calendar just rolled over for one millennia to the next. Holy shit, is this for real? No, Ethiopia isn't in the past. We've all lived the same amount of years, just calling it something different due to colonialism. That's it. Yeah, she's right. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, thank you.
Wish I had thought of that.
Yeah. I really, I'm going to give this to you. You can put it in the description because I want people to go and watch the videos because it's like, when you watch these, you're like, weirdly, it's like, whoa, that was pretty crazy. And then you come out of it and you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
You definitely have had this rum
Have I?
when you found those things. You were definitely under the influence.
Oh, for sure I was. It's very confusing. It's a fun little thing, but it's like,
How are we still here?
well, I mean, also, time is not linear, most likely.
What?
Like, we perceive time to be linear, right?
Sure.
So, like, it has a start and an end. Because that's the way our monkey brains can perceive it. But that's not how the universe works. Like I think it's more likely that time's like almost like a fucking circle where like any point can be intercepted at any time.
That didn't make sense to me because circles like perfectly
The circle
round,
is
so
like
it's
a way
just
of
going to go.
explaining it.
I
So it
would
goes,
say,
all right, so yeah, it goes
I would
round and round and round.
I would say it's more
So
like
there is no end and there is no
I would say
beginning.
it's more like an oval though. Time, because it can go time can slow down or it can go faster.
It's more or less the same idea.
Yeah, but to put it in a circle, it doesn't make sense.
It makes just as much sense as an oval.
No, it doesn't. Oval has short sides, a short fucking quick turn, and then long linear fucking
It's
things.
amazing
Like, I think
how hung up you get hung up on the minute details.
Well,
that don't
yeah,
matter
because
to the
if you're
big
gonna
thing.
come at me with a fucking conspiracy, you gotta have the details fucking.
No, I don't. I'm
fine-tuned.
not talking about fucking a conspiracy here. I'm talking about like what actual
Just me and
physicists
you?
said. Yeah,
Oh,
that's not a
well,
conspiracy.
yeah. Well, they're dumb, and I'm smarter.
I'm talking from my
I'm under the
perspective here.
influence of fucking Worthy Gold.
Hang on a second. Forget this TikTok conspiracy. It's already ruined your brain.
No, that did.
How long was this shit sitting on your shelf for? Maybe it's gone bad. This is like bathtub. This is like moonshine.
It doesn't go bad. There's so much alcohol in there.
I know. It says 40%. I don't buy it.
It's like 80.
I haven't even finished mine. Anyway,
I wouldn't if I were you.
time is not. I don't think time is linear. Like I don't think the universe works like that.
No, definitely doesn't.
So like time's circular in the sense that it can keep going around and around and around and around. And just because you perceive it to be linear and start point and end point is not how it actually goes down. Like we don't even know how far in the universe goes because all we can see is the Big Bang. Like
That's crazy.
everything we look at is in the past.
Yeah.
Because the light hasn't reached us, or by the time the light reaches us, it's like took 5 billion light years to get here. So that planet's gone through 5 billion years of change by the time we just saw the light today, which is wild
That's
to think
insane.
about it that in itself.
Yeah, that's insane.
I wonder if like at one point the sky was completely dark in Earth, like no stars.
I don't think so.
There's no way.
The universe is too big and too much shit is happening
Too much shit's closer.
in the
But
fucking.
I'm saying like right at the beginning, like the Earth formed 4 billion years ago.
Yeah, but that's just the Earth.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
So-
the universe is like 14 billion years.
Exactly. So there's shit still around it just
So
because
there's light that
there's-
has already
oh.
traveled to that point. Yeah, you're right. That makes more sense. What I was talking about is shit that still hadn't reached it by that point, but it didn't matter because it's just like one extra light in a giant
yeah, you
cosmos of lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. Done. That's fine.
I'd be curious to see how they track like new stars because you can't do it every day because of the way the Earth rotates.
They do it every day.
Okay, it makes sense to do it every day.
They
but
have-
you would have
they
to have
have-
a year worth of like images, in my opinion, to then so you go 365 fucking shooting all day. You got all these fucking night skies, and then you have to line it up to each day. So let's say every night at midnight or whatever the darkest time is for that day, an image is taken. And then you take that for 365 days. And then when it rolls back around to the next year, then you can start lining them up and be like, oh, fuck, that wasn't there last year. That wasn't there this year. Like, I just don't see how you could line it up every day because the Earth's rotating. It'd be so hard. You're not going to see everything.
They have,
You know what I
they
mean?
have telescopes set up at various points of the Earth that all coordinate with each other.
And then they stitch them together.
They piece it together. Then they use the fucking
That's
Hubble
smart.
satellites, and like there's like some crazy new ones that they have too. But the ones that aren't on planet have the ability to just focus on a certain area and just like saturate that area for like an hour or a day or a year, however long they want it to do it. And then they just blow up that square and be like, okay, what's in here? And then they're finding crazier shit. Like they just found some shit.
Fucking technology is
Some telescope
nuts.
just in space just found some like the oldest star system or some shit observable. I don't fucking know.
You know what fucking makes me laugh every time I see it? It'll be like the best satellite view we have, like looking down on Earth. And it's not that you can see all of Earth. It's like you see a little snippet and you see the satellite like wing or whatever it is. And it's like UFO caught. Then you watch it.
It's a shooting star.
No, it's a fucking some dude like CGI, and it's like not.
Oh,
It's not. It's well executed in that like the ship has detail and all this shit, but it's not executed well enough that it like actually looks like it should be there. But there's so many idiots
right.
that it gets blown up on social media, and then it comes across my feed, and I'm like, this bullshit. Next, next.
I would say vast majority. Like, I just saw this video, this photo, this account posted a couple days ago, and someone was like a story in 2 parts, and it was like this pretty girl who's like wearing a camo jacket, holding a machine gun, and it was like, "Hey, I'm new here. Who wants to talk?" or something like that. Like, I guess she's like thirst trapping for fucking psychopaths. I don't know what the I don't. Anyway, and then someone did a fucking like a screen analysis of it and measured the noise volumes, and it was like the noise volume on her face does not match the arm. Like they're different skins, and then like it was a photoshopped image.
Fuck.
Right? And it's like, nice try, FBI. You'll have to do better than that. And then it shows another screenshot, and the account's been deleted. So it's just like the FBI like just posting like, I guess we gotta like
wild
like
shit.
fishing for like extremists or some shit.
Ugh,
And then but the internet's just like, no, like this is a fake image clearly.
yeah.
And I guess because of fucking it was made on the internet, you can measure these things.
What's your take on time travel?
What about it?
Like, do you think it's a thing? Do you think people have and are time traveling?
In the sense, I don't. Oh fuck! Hang on a second. I believe in time travel in the sense of like theory of relativity. Like if you have the ability to travel at an extraordinary speed, in a way, it's time travel. So like wormholes and shit. I believe like someone's been able to tap into those sort of things throughout our universe. And I guess that's a way of time travel because you're able to cross like the cosmos and
but you don't think there's like
an instant.
You don't think like there's people that I don't know could be fucking 1,000 like they're 1,000 years in the future. We're just fucking we're going through that portion again, Inception. And they time traveled back.
It's not Inception.
And they time traveled back to like to this time, and we're just reliving that time.
Yeah. So there's the
simulation.
No. You just throwing random ass shit out there. You're like Inception, simulations. Like chill. Let's just fucking talk about this point for a second. There was a physicist that said, and it's true, that there's never once time travel is invented, it's never not been invented.
Correct.
There's never been a time in history.
Correct.
So there's no way for us to be living through the time previous to time travel being invented unless it hasn't been invented yet. So to what you're saying,
But
like if it's 1,000 years in the future, some guy figured out time travel, it hasn't happened yet, is my point. But I don't know. That's not to say it hasn't. Like we could be living in a universe that has time travel in it that's been invented,
and we don't
know.
Well, that's what I'm kind of getting at.
Like you go to sleep every night and wake up, your reality could be shifted a certain percentage every day you wake up.
Have you ever?
It's not noticeable.
Have you ever come across
Also, the universe is so fucked up for our stupid tiny brains that we can't even fathom what the universe is.
Fathom our fucking oceans.
We can't
Never
fathom
mind
a lot
the
of
fucking
that.
universe.
Something that's that vast and complicated we can't fathom.
But like, think of just like.
So how would we even know that time travel exists?
Speak of like just in the sense of the ocean compared to the universe. Like that is like fucking a pinprick.
Drop in the bucket. Yeah.
Like we don't fully understand our ocean. Never mind what the fuck's out of here.
Yeah, and it's not even so much like we can observe a lot of things within the universe and understand the physics to it a certain extent, but we don't know where the universe came from. We don't know why it's here. We don't know anything about it. Like
we don't know what's past our universe. Like what's past the Milky Way? What's past that?
Well, also what started.
What's out there?
What started it? Well, we can see The observable universe is gigantic. Like, it's like 14 billion light years just to the Big Bang. It's like way longer than that across.
Yeah.
It's for all intents and purposes infinite,
Yeah.
right? So, but it all started in one tiny little spot, and then it blew up to this like gigantic,
Or it keeps blowing
ever
up.
expanding, or it keeps blowing up, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But
Do you think there's an end to like the universe? Like, do you think you can get to a spot and it's like there's literally no light, nothing else that is coming from there? Or do you just think like it's way too big to fathom
well, thinking about that,
and nobody will get there?
thinking about that freaks me out in the sense that it is so like it's like such a gigantic thing to even process. I don't think there's an end to it because I don't think there's a beginning to it. I think it's just like this.
It's just been here.
It's just this thing, which is like, it's not insane to say that because the Big Bang's insane. Like, it's like a big leap of faith to believe in the Big Bang. It's like the craziest fucking origin story ever, which I guess I believe.
But isn't the Big Bang just more so on like our solar system?
No, our universe,
So the Milky Way,
everything,
everything.
everything is the Big Bang.
I don't think so. Only what
All
goes
of this,
what goes
all
kaboom?
of this was in all of this was in the like all of this dense matter was in this tiny, what they say is like the head of a pin. Universe was in the head of a pin, and then it exploded out to what it is now, this massive, gigantic, ever expanding thing.
That sounds like a fucking
It sounds insane.
stupid movie that I'll watch.
Well, you don't have to watch it; you're living it.
No, I don't think that's a thing. I think it's
It's probably
I think we've like
it's
this.
probably
this
more
is
complicated than that.
I think this is just something that's been here for like absolutely whatever scientists are saying, times that by whatever number they throw out at you.
We could be in a portion of the universe that was started by a Big Bang within a much
Exactly.
larger universe.
So
Yes.
I think,
yeah,
like what you were saying, like there's all these explosions that are making things like
yeah.
bigger, and it's just like never ending. I think those explosions are happening all the time. Like, look at black holes and shit. Shit gets sucked into them. Where the fuck do they go? They go fucking.
The word on the
Poof,
street is that they go into
all-
an alternate universe.
Again, there you
Yeah.
go. See, they're going somewhere else. That could just be on the fucking opposite
Here's
side of
one
the
for
universe
you, is
from
that
us.
maybe it's not years older than they think. Maybe it's far shorter than we think. Maybe this is actually only like minutes old.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, but we perceive it as like it's 14 billion years, but actually, well, it's 14 billion years to us. But this is something that just happened minutes ago because like the simulation got turned on and we're within it.
Yeah.
And I heard someone say it. I forget who the fuck it was, but like, imagine that we're living inside a simulation at like some kid's like grade 7 science fair. And like, how would we signal to the people not to turn off the simulation? Oh, it was on Lex Freeman's podcast. That's who I heard. This guy, I forget his name, but all he does is study like the universe and smart motherfucker. But he was elaborate pontificating. Yeah, but it's fucked to think about. But it's not. It's also not impossible.
Nothing is.
No, because everything's perceived differently and shit. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But also, I was gonna hit you with another one, like because you were saying back to before when we were talking about like times a circle and shit like that, we receive as linear. Like what I was gonna say about this conspiracy, not a conspiracy, whatever the fuck this fucking thing is, where the world ended in 2019 or some shit. That could be true because we don't like maybe we go through some sort of purgatory where like you just keep on living. Maybe also one of us is dead right now, me and you, or dying. I heard this one, Buddhists believe this one, where you will relive every moment of your life as if you're living it when you're dying. So like this could be just me and you on one of our deathbeds, like seconds before we die, reliving our entire life moment by moment.
Just to wake up dead.
Just to wake up dead.
So you
So like by the time you get to it, it does end.
No, but it wouldn't.
But it's all just a memory. No, it does end.
No, it wouldn't.
Because you just get back to the deathbed?
Yeah, because you just end up being on your deathbed again and dying.
Right, and then
you
just keep reliving it.
And you have no idea because it fucking wipes your memory and you just
Is
restart.
deja vu just like you remembering your shitty
Being
life
like,
that you live over and
fuck,
over
yeah,
again?
I remember this.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Well, listen.
How else do you explain
All
deja vu?
all of this shit can sound. I don't know how they explain it, but
It's
all
when
this
you
shit
fall
can sound
asleep.
dumb. But
You
everything.
fall asleep and you fucking die and you fucking go to a deeper sleep and you fucking. Oh, I remember that.
What's dreaming?
It's right now.
Yeah, maybe.
You're always dreaming.
Right. Yeah, it's a trip.
It fucking is.
It's-
I'm telling you, that movie, I walked out of there and I was like, what the fuck? Like for
What movie?
3 days. Inception.
Oh, that one got to you.
Big time. I'm like,
You should go home and watch Interstellar tonight. That
you
one's gonna fuck your head more.
You literally fall asleep. Like every time you fall asleep, you're just going deeper into your dream. And then when you wake up, how do you know you're not still dreaming?
Don't.
Because you go to sleep again and you wake up. And then, am I deeper or did I just wake up? I'm telling you, man.
Dude, since we're talking about the universe, watch Interstellar tonight because
Okay.
it's more like applicable to what we're talking
Depends
about.
on what time I get the podcast done.
You know what I'm saying? Watch it this week anyway. Because number one, it's
I'll
an
download
awesome
it.
movie.
I'll download it on Monday night so I can watch it on my flight on Tuesday morning.
Are you leaving tomorrow?
No, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's what I
2.5
mean.
hours.
Like it's Easter this. I forgot it's Easter this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's all.
There's no chance I'm getting a fucking podcast recorded, edited, and ready to go before I leave.
No, we'll take the week off. Enjoy your week.
Unless you want to record one with Antonia.
I don't think that would happen.
Why? Fucking big up the fucking floral shop.
It's not mine to big up.
Yeah, exactly. Have her on and fucking big it up.
Hello, 3 viewers. Check out this
Yes,
shit.
3 more customers. 2. One's already been there.
That one is that one's much more like. So Einstein's theory of relativity is like time is like a fabric. You can bend it in, like space time is bendable, it's movable,
Right.
it's malleable. It's also perceived different based on where you're at.
Right.
So like wormholes and shit, back to like your question of like, do I think that time travel exists? I don't think it exists in the sense that like how
Some dude
I
fucking
picture
stepped
it.
in a machine.
or like Punch just watching. I don't
Same shit.
like that's how I picture time travel.
Same.
I don't think that it exists in that sense. I think that they figured out a way to punch through like wormholes within like so how Einstein explained and many physicists have shown me after. Personally, they pulled me aside and be like, yo, check this shit out. Is on a piece of paper, they'll draw like a circle.
Yeah.
Right? Fold that in half and be like, if you want to go, like they'll put 2 X's on it. Across the circle takes a shitload of time. But if you fold the circle in half and punch a hole, you get there immediately
Right.
on the other side. So that's like wormholes, and that's like
You're
using
punching a hole.
using gravity to travel vast amount of distances like that. So to me, it's like
What's it look like in a wormhole?
watch Interstellar.
I don't think it. Nobody knows.
No one knows
Unless they're fucking wormhole travelers.
unless they've wormholed before.
Yeah.
Is this what you're saying?
They're like, fuck, this is what it looks like.
Yo, check this shit.
Because, like, think about
I
it.
think
If
I
you're
think
fucking,
it would look like the universe passing you by in an instant.
Or do you
but it
just
would
think
be
it's
an
going to be
instant.
like a fucking flash?
It
Like,
might just be
boom,
that. It might
and you're
just be
just-
that. Yeah.
Just boom.
So the thing
Collide into another
So the
fucking
thing to
asteroid.
me, and again, I'm not a physicist in case anybody could tell by listening to this conversation, but this is how my brain tries to understand it. So like if you can figure out wormholes, you're bypassing all of that time and space in an instant. But the time and space, so let's say we're talking about a place that's a light year away from us. And it's 2023 and right now it's 2022 and they're actually at different times. Different things have happened within the universe for each one of them.
Sure.
If you can wormhole to Earth, you're bypassing all that time and space in between. And now you're here on 2022 and it's 2023 in your plan, then you can just wormhole back to your time. You've sort of left all the time in between on your travel. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? So in a way, is that not time traveling?
It is. I just don't think it's like that. like personally, I don't see it being like that. I guess like easy in a sense. I think if you were to take a wormhole, you take it.
And no matter what you're in the current time that it's, I'm thinking
you
of
get
it different.
like you get like stuck there. Like you're there unless you find another wormhole or find another way.
I think you can create wormholes.
Oh,
so like
okay.
gravity,
you can create
like
it.
Gravity-based technologies or like wormhole technologies. I think at some point, somewhere out there, someone's figured out how to manipulate those to a certain extent.
Definitely aliens.
That's what I'm talking about.
Until they get here so fast.
That's what I think.
Yep.
Pow.
Pow, right in the kisser.
So, but am I thinking about this fucked up? You know how I'm thinking about this? Because if you go to a planet that's 65 million light years away, and you're standing there now and you're looking at the light from Earth, you could, and you had a strong enough telescope, you could technically see dinosaurs. Right?
What?
Yeah, that's a trip.
Say that again?
So if you're on a planet that's 65 million light years away, our light's just reaching it now, 65 million light years. And the light that's reaching it is from when dinosaurs were on the planet.
Jesus Christ.
So, but this is where my fucking stupid brain is. So what I was saying about the wormhole thing, so if you could go from that time and jump to Earth right then and there, would you be going to 65 million years ago? You just probably be going to Earth right now.
I think you go to.
Is time the exact same for every point in the universe? See, I don't know if it is based on relativity.
I never looked at it like that. Where the
that's why I'm saying like you bypass
light,
all the shit in between.
But then, if
light's the fastest traveling thing in the universe.
True, but if light's hitting you like, and you can, let's say you could see whatever was on Earth at that time.
Yeah.
I don't think you could jump to the, like, I think if you
just get to us now.
Yeah.
You get to us 65 million years.
Yeah, because you can't jump, like, that's just, like, light. That's not it's not a physical thing.
Right.
It's just, like, almost like an image.
But it's
like a photograph.
Depending on the location of that planet, or our planet, in relation to certain gravitational fields and stuff, would the time for us be this time for them? So, like, let's say all the universe is operating on the Gregorian calendar. Does that mean that every planet is at the exact same point in time and space? I don't think it does. So that's why I'm saying, like,
I see what you're saying now.
It's hard for me to fucking explain it properly.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
I guess it comes down to distance and like technology for them to travel.
I don't think there's any 2 points in the universe anywhere that are on the exact same clock.
I agree.
Like physical.
It's got to be out of the galaxy. And I'm not talking about our calendars.
I just mean like the galaxy. Like
it's got to be out of our galaxy. Yeah.
The universe's clock.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking Jupiter and us aren't even on the same fucking clock. Let alone, and we're within the same solar system.
Definitely not. But again, we know a certain amount of these that we don't think things are living on there. So it's not practical to be like, I don't think like Jupiter's on a different clock. I think if anything happens...
And like it's minuscule, but it is different.
I think if anything happens to our planet, shit's popping off on all the other planets in our solar system, whether it happens that day or within a few years. Because again, we're so far apart from shit. But if something happens to us, something's happening to the rest of the our solar system.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
So like if, let's say our fucking planet fucking gets hit by an asteroid and fucking explodes.
Right.
Which is highly possible.
Yes, it is.
Highly possible. You guys should all be freaking out right now.
Everyone should panic.
So if we get hit by an asteroid and we explode, it's only a matter of time before we hit Mars.
Oh,
and then a huge asteroid or a piece of us, never mind asteroid, just a piece of us hits fucking Mars. Then that explodes. And then it explodes again and then hits the sun and then that explodes.
That's where you lost me. It won't explode. The sun will just absorb it.
You think?
Yeah, for sure.
I think if the
sun's gigantic and it's like the sun would just absorb. The sun probably gets hit by fucking asteroids all the time and nothing happens.
I'm just saying if it gets hit by a large enough piece, there's got to be a center to that thing.
I think it's just gas.
Again, there's got to be a gas can fucking blow up. Just like your fucking farts, dude. It's got to come out. So if that's literally just gas, it's either gonna pop sooner or later, or something's gonna
It will.
pierce the fucking thing and
I think
pop.
the sun will go out in 5 billion years.
Like it'll just fizzle out, or
No, it'll
go out with a
expand.
fucking kaboom.
It'll go out with a bang.
Yeah, because it's sucking up all this shit. So if multiple planets were to explode and get sucked in, that's just
See, this is the thing that I'm wondering though, because of the like intense heat of the sun and the gravity, is it actually? I don't think it's shooting.
but it's gonna be.
I don't think it's pushing those items away. I think it's more absorbing than it is.
Yeah, but if it's
pushing
still
out.
absorbing, it turns those solid pieces in the air, whatever, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and then sooner or later that thing's just got to pop. Like our housing market.
You're breaking my brain on this one. I don't think that's how it works, but I also don't know if anything works the way we
Okay,
think
but
it is.
we can even take that, like we could even go back from that. So, okay, the pieces that hit the sun, it's whatever, but we're not just gonna, I don't think the pieces are just gonna travel in one direction. Actually,
Yeah, I think they're just.
it'll just all get pulled in. So if
I think it just gets pulled
everything from us in just gets pulled in
I think it just gets vaporized by
and
the
just
heat.
fucked.
I think it's just like. Because like, what's going to happen when the sun expands? It's going to
So like technically,
absorb us. It's going to like melt our planet down to nothing.
just to show you how well I paid attention in fucking classes.
Oh, they don't teach you this shit at school.
But they do teach you the planets. Is that in?
That's them in order.
That's
yeah.
in order.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we explode, we
Yeah.
go to now we're on Mars. Let's say we made it to Mars. So
Okay.
Mars is fine. Everything from Earth, what I'm saying is everything Earth to the sun is eventually going to get fucked because now Earth itself has exploded.
There's just millions of asteroids hanging out.
There's just fucking shit going everywhere, and it's
on the
getting
same
pulled.
orbit. Yeah.
It's getting pulled into the sun because now our orbit got fucked.
Yeah.
We're not there anymore. So all those. So now there goes Venus and Mercury, and that all goes into the sun. So let's say the sun eats it. So now everything from Mars out is fine. So now do their gravitational pull get fucked because there's not things in between them?
I don't know if.
Or do they just stay on the same rotation?
See, I don't know. I know that Jupiter got hit by massive asteroids like 20 years ago. Like massive, like asteroids that were like the size of Earth. And it just like, keep it coming, pussies. Just like nothing.
How big is Jupiter compared to Earth?
Okay, so click on that image of Jupiter. See that big red spot?
That one.
Yeah. That is the size of 5 Earths.
Okay, so it's absolutely
huge,
huge. So
yeah.
so that makes sense. So
Jupiter's
if-
gigantic, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
So Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are the 4 gas giants, and they are all huge, like immensely massive, and they actually protect Mars, Earth, and
'cause
Venus.
they're the bodyguards.
Basically, yeah. They
They're the bouncers.
they take a lot of shit, but a lot of shit gets through. Like, because you can't get everyone
Can't
at the
stop
bar.
it. You can't stop all the shitheads.
Can't stop all the shitheads from getting in the bar.
Somebody's getting through.
Someone's getting through.
Wow, you're going again, eh?
I'm just gonna try a little bit more.
Wow.
Whatever. I'm not driving. This is like fucking weed. We're talking some dumb shit. Might as well get.
Yeah, might as
be
well
on some
dive
dumb
in
shit.
even more. Yeah, no. So because I guess it would make sense that nothing else would go like if we blew up,
Because
unless it got out of our gravitational pull.
Not to speak for you, right?
Yeah.
But I think the way that you're perceiving the explosion is like everything just gets shot out in a million directions. But I don't think it would get shot out per se because gravity's holding certain things.
Yeah, I never really.
Some things will escape, but like that's why you have the asteroid belt. Like there's literally a belt on an orbit around the Earth that just like fucking broken pieces up of whatever the fuck, old planets.
Sure.
Who the fuck knows from whenever the fuck. But it didn't get shot out. It just kept fucking, it's stuck in that thing. And occasionally pieces will get yanked out of that orbit by like Jupiter passing by or Uranus and send it on a new orbit, which might have a collision course with Earth. And that shit happens infinitely and all the time.
I just think
Like there's something on the way right now that'll kill us.
exactly, and I think there's an asteroid out there that will eventually hit Earth that is so large, it's like Earth will explode. It's not just going to be like an impact.
It's not going to kill. You're not talking kill everything on Earth. You're thinking like destroy Earth.
Like literally Earth is in pieces. And because it hits our core, I don't know how much we know about our actual core and like
I think we know a fair bit.
That thing,
That's
feel
also
like
confusing too.
Yeah, I feel like that thing's just a fucking giant ass bomb, and then it went boom.
Poof.
It's going everywhere.
I would say it would go everywhere, but it would also stay within the orbit that it's on to a certain extent.
It's not. See, I think. So, what is the gravitational pull? Is it Earth itself?
It's the sun.
But what makes it? What gives it that pull? Like, is it the sun, or is it just like a fucking?
See, this is the thing.
Fucking track lane that it's on, and we're just running around it.
I think we're on a track lane. We also have gravity. We're also affected by gravity.
Exactly. So
it's all confusing.
Let's say Earth itself is now gone.
Right.
Does our lane just disappear?
No, our lane will remain there. I think so. Because there'll still be mass there.
I think, yeah, but it's going to be so minuscule compared to what was actually there that I don't think there's going to be that pull anymore.
Okay.
Or that
I'm understanding
that weight,
what you're saying more now.
Like there won't be that weight that's there anymore.
Does that matter though?
I think the weight of Earth
helps hold it in its orbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helps us stay in the orbit we're in.
So if we lost like a quarter of our weight, it would affect our orbit. Okay, I think you're right.
I think it would.
All right. I see what you're saying.
The moon has the same effect. If the moon were to get fucking blasted in half, it's gonna it'll change its course for sure. Because that impact's going to jar it immensely, but it's also going to throw it into a new fucking
The moon's
rotation.
orbit is based off of our gravity.
Yeah, but if it gets jarred in any way, again, in a larger fashion.
It is going on one of those 100-year fucking wobble cycles that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Which will explain...
Flood everything.
Which will explain the...
why we lose Miami. Welcome
I think it has a
Miami.
better... Well, the climate extremists out there will tell you it's because of the gases, but I think a lot of it will be blamed on natural phenomena. A lot of natural phenomena will be blamed on climate extremism is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, there you go.
And I said this whenever.
You threw me for a loop for a second, and then I realized what you were trying to...
Saying it backwards.
Yeah.
I think that's undeniable because people...
I think you're right.
Because in like 50 years when like we...
Has it already started?
It's already started.
Okay.
So it's begun this like 100-year Earth... So
wobble.
People wonder what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's a wobble.
Yeah, I know, but people might not know.
I'll go rewatch.
They don't have to. You don't even know what episode it is. So neither do I. The moon has entered a fucking... I saw this on the Weather Network. Therefore, you know it's true.
Yeah.
The moon's gone on some weird orbit that'll be on for like the next 100 or 150 years, where it'll come within varying degrees of its closeness to the planet.
Yeah.
So that, obviously, the moon affects fucking tides and it affects a whole bunch of other shit on the Earth. So I'm saying is that when it goes through these cycles that vary between 10 and 15 years, there's going to be a lot of like fucked up weather events, fucked up tide events that people will be like, see, I told you the seas were rising. Yeah. We need to stop driving cars.
And it's just the gravitational pull from the moon pulling our seas and making our tides all fucked up.
And that's not to say that the Earth is not warming. That's not my point of this. My point is that a lot of people are going to use shit like that to explain their point of the story.
Yeah, so it says here, the moon wobble, regular oscillation in the lunar orbit.
Regular is the key word there because this happens all of the time.
Yeah, so what researchers have dubbed a moon wobble will temporarily suppress flooding
from rising sea levels in this decade, only to worsen across the Bay Area in the mid-2030s. So there you go. So it's going to, like, in this decade, we're a little bit further away.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have as much coastal flooding. But next decade, it's going to be closer, so you're going to have more coastal flooding. And then the decade after that, maybe it's even closer, maybe it's further away.
So because it says Bay Area, so is that like we're like?
I think it's referencing, like the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm going to say like, oh, okay. So
I would think it's just been an example.
Like, but it'll happen to both, like Florida and
Maybe.
because they're both on coasts.
Yeah.
Or is it more so just the one coast?
Fuck. Now you're getting too deep. I would think
It would
it'd be like
definitely
a global,
happen to both
I think it'd
because
be a
we
global
rotate
phenomenon, yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not just
It's not just
LA's
one
just
stop,
sticking
yeah.
out there fucking fuck you guys.
Yeah. Also, the moon's gravity creates like a water bubble that the Earth rotates through as well.
Yeah, so it's pulling all the liquid,
It'll pull it up higher. Yeah.
not just one specific area.
Yeah. Like 10,000 years ago, the sea levels rose 450 or to 500 feet.
That's crazy.
And since then, the sea levels have not risen more than a foot.
Jesus.
So to me, there's not a lot of like alarmism. Like, and those sea levels rose like
What
overnight.
if this
450
wobble
feet.
is a collision?
Maybe.
It's just
There's
like,
a movie on Prime called Earth or Moonfall. It looks fucking horrible. But there's like a weird amount of like actors. Like I've seen that actor's in a bunch of shit. That actor's in a bunch. Like it's a weird collection of casting
I
characters.
like those ones. They
like-
end up being pretty good though, I feel like.
Oh, this won't be good if you fucking rip a few bongs for sure.
I won't rip a few bongs,
terrible.
but I'll fucking be fucking 10 milligram CJ.
Whatever you want to do. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those like it would be so bad that it'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Those
right.
are the best. Like Sharknado.
Sharknado. Let's do what the fuck, Ryan.
Do we have clips?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Also, there was one from last week that we couldn't air that I want you
right.
to see
Oh fuck.
because I had to see it. So do you.
Fuck you. Oh no.
I'm not even going to describe this one.
No, it will definitely get taken off the air.
Yeah.
What
We can skip ahead a little bit.
in the fuck
He's going to make out.
am I watching?
How fucked up is that? What the fuck, Ryan?
Oh,
I had to see it.
all right, guys.
Not you.
I'm fucking out of here. I don't even have to clean up today. Fuck me. What the fuck?
What the fuck? That one.
No. Move on. Don't even fucking. It's not even worth.
That one's rough.
That. Yeah. No.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Yo, that's fucking like 10 G's right there.
That
you gotta
is-
replace.
That is a deflated titty.
Yeah, this chick's implant
And she has big
Just
implants.
bursted.
It says saline bag deflated.
Where does
on
it
woman.
go?
I would say within her body cavity. I can't imagine that's good.
Like how, yeah, exactly. How? Also, look at her lips.
Oh, she's had
Stop
some work
injecting yourself with shit.
done. Yeah, I agree with you completely.
Just let it be. Also, I thought she was pregnant.
Oh no, that's her tit. That's her fucking tit. So this lady has like triple Zs. I don't know how big titties are.
Huge.
And one of them is like deflated like an empty balloon.
It doesn't look good either. It's like there's like a crease in it. It's like this. It's weird.
I have one that I'm gonna add to what the fuck, Ryan. No, it's not bad, but it's just like since we're watching clips.
Okay.
This one's says guy summons Zeus with rock wrapped in copper wire.
Oh no.
I'm gonna play it so people can hear the noise of this.
How?
All right, so what you can't see in this video is there's power lines,
Oh,
but I guess it's not picking them up on screen. So this guy
Yeah.
throws
a copper ball.
a copper ball at the power lines, and it fucking
Boom.
it literally looks like Thor just going bang.
Fuck you.
Yeah. He also just barely gets out of the way.
I don't know. He definitely got like.
Okay, but that is a lot of
Boom.
energy.
Dude, it hits him.
Does it jump to him?
Watch. Yeah. Boom.
Oh,
you see
fuck,
it?
yeah.
That guy got fucked. Also, play stupid games.
Win stupid prizes. You know what's funny about that is I've always had this fucked up thought. Like, not that I would ever do it.
To hang off one?
No. Well, you could. You could easily hang off one, not die.
I'll take your word.
People work on those lines all the time.
I will take your word.
Yeah,
I'll take
you
your
can-
word.
I would do that.
Definitely
job.
don't try that just in case.
Yeah, because it's a matter of getting
Okay,
up there.
come
but
on. Let's
whatever.
go.
What I've had this thought of is because we work with conduits, like 10-foot long steel conduits. It's like I've always wanted to know how big the fucking explosion would be if I could
Javelin throw it?
javelin throw one of those and it landed between two lines. Because that's like when you'll get the short. And I bet it would be, well, number one, it would evaporate the steel like it wasn't even there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'd be a hell of a pop.
I knew as soon as I put my phone on the fucking table, it rang. What happened? It rang. I don't even know if it came through. Anyways, let's javelin throw a fucking thing at
I
it.
don't want to do that. Okay, so this is my point. Now that I've seen someone have that, like another stupid idea, I don't even want to be like on the same street watching that happen.
But I don't know. I'd watch that from afar.
You better have your fucking welding mask on. That's the one thing that video doesn't do justice. Like the light of that would be like blinding,
Yeah, crazy.
like permanent eye damage, kind of bright.
That's fine.
It's fine. That's a risk you're willing to take.
Yeah.
I think that's it for What the Fuck, Ryan, this
All
week.
right.
I just want to talk about those two
I
things.
did not want to see that first one.
Deflated titties and Zeus is real.
Zeus is real, and then some fucked up shit Chris fucking showed me. Ain't fucking right.
Actually, I didn't show you. Ryan,
Yeah, Ryan showed, but you screened it and allowed it to go through. That's the issue here.
well, I let it go through to you.
Exactly. That's the problem.
You're welcome.
All
What
right.
the fuck, Ryan?
What the fuck?
Okay, Chris Predicts / UFC review. Quick.
Yeah.
Or you just want to
I-
do Chris Predicts and then that's it.
Yeah, let's just do. We'll end up talking about the UFC. But
Yeah.
I don't think there's a whole lot to.
No, I don't think it's a crazy amount.
No. Oh, you want this? You want the intro, baby?
We don't do intros anymore?
No, fuck the intros. I'm just kidding. Chris so, Chris predicts.
did not have this.
Dun.
Wizardry. I was so confused. We didn't discuss
Gotta keep
this.
you on your toes.
Yep, fair enough. Last week I did the UFC 273, and it was a tough one for me.
Which fight got thrown in there last minute?
It was fuck.
Let's ask
I
Google.
watched it. Yeah, I watched it. It was a decision. Scroll down. Actually, go to the UFC's website. That's the best way. Scroll down. That's it.
Vince.
Vince Pichel and
Yes,
Mark Madsen.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Madsen. It was 1-1 going in the last round. Then Madsen,
Yeah, I really wanted
took him
Vince to
down.
win because
I did too. He's got a
killer stash.
Killer Queen, Freddie Mercury mustache.
That
Vince
thing's-
the stash Pichel.
That thing's legit.
Yeah. And then, so the ones I bet on were Mackenzie Dern versus Tisha Torres, Gilbert Burns versus Hamzat Chimaev, Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan. And
It's Petteryon or something like that.
yeah, Peter Yan. Pederist Yan. How dare you? And then Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. I took Tisha Torres, Chimaev, Peter Yan, and Alexander Volkanovski. So I went 2 for 2. Or I went 2 for 4, I should say. The Aljamain Sterling thing to me was an upset. Like what was his final odds? Plus 330. So almost 3.5 to 1.
Yep.
It's good money to bet. Fuck, I don't know, bro.
The Hamzat
Yeah.
fight was crazy.
Yeah,
So
one of the best fights ever.
first round, it showed the DraftKings bets you could take,
Yeah.
and it was like if Hamzat wins by or finish,
Yeah.
it was like plus 100.
The decision was pretty good. It
The
was like,
decision was like almost plus 400.
yeah, that was a good bet.
So it's like whoever the fuck took that,
Yeah.
and I think it showed somebody taking that, and it was like a $9,000 bet.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Yeah.
Hell of a fucking fight. Crazy.
Oh, that was a war.
Yeah, that was insane.
I like Gilbert. I thought
did
he
too. He's
thought he
tough
was
as fuck.
I thought he was gonna knock out
He hit him so fucking hard. I don't know how he did.
multiple times, not just once.
Yeah, like he
multiple
cracked him.
times. Yeah.
Chimaev's tough
crazy.
as fuck. Also, this was a huge fight because people wanted to see what Khamzat's got against like a top contender. I wasn't like over the moon impressed by the hype around him. In that sense, like
Neither was I,
to
but
me, it seemed like he was taking one for every two we gave out, or like you're gonna take two for every one you get.
sure.
You'll win some fights, but like I thought he fought pretty recklessly against Burns. Like Burns fucking like he could have lost that fight a couple of times.
Yeah, there was
easily.
100%.
Now that says he's tough as fuck.
But there's
Jesus Christ.
there's also a thing like what was the highest rank competitor he fought before this?
I don't know. I think they were all basically non-ranked guys along with him.
I think they were all under the top 5.
Yeah.
And Dana has said this day in and day out at post-fight press conference. If you're fighting in the top 5, like this is elite of the elite.
There's no like they're all tit for tat.
It is such a. It's not even that they're tit for tat. It's
like they're so close.
A guy like this, I think it was ranked like number 12, fighting the
but
number
he's not
2.
a number 12.
Definitely not. But at the same time, it's like if he's fighting people that aren't even in the top 5, sure, he could be wiping his ass with them.
Right.
But now you're in the top 5. That's a different fucking story.
Yeah.
And he
beat him.
He beat him.
He won the fight. He won the fight. Yeah.
It wasn't like he fucking won. I think if he won like first round KO or something like that,
to me it wasn't.
This man would be a fucking.
To me, it wasn't
freak.
a unanimous decision. I thought that Gilbert won the second round, and I think that he won the first and third rounds quite decisively.
If Gilbert wins only the second round,
No,
that's
unanimous decision is at a.
It's 2 out of the 3 rounds.
You're right.
Split
is someone had Gilbert win the fight. That's my bad. Yeah, you're right. But no, what I was saying is how someone scored it. I think one of the judges scored it where Gilbert didn't win a round. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No.
When they read the judges' scorecards, I was like, okay. But anyway, crazy fucking fight. Fight of the night for sure. Didn't watch the last 2 fights.
Sterling on.
Sterling won in a decision, right?
Split decision. I fell asleep.
That's a close fight. And then fucking
KO in 45
KO
seconds
in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
an animal.
Ridiculous.
Volkanovski.
It would have been absolutely insane to see the Korean Zombie to win.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the first Korean win a belt, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Also, he took that fight on short notice too, or relatively.
They were saying like Volkanovski is just miles ahead of him.
Yeah.
Like he just fucking worked him.
So it's amazing he got to 4 rounds. Like he probably took a fucking pounding.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. But this week, so 2 for 4 last week. This week, I'm going to do baseball games on the 13th of April, which is the date that this podcast comes out. I picked 4 games, seemingly at random. I just picked the ones I wanted to do because there's like 10 or 12
like
games
40
that day.
games.
It's like 12 games that day. So I've got the Nationals playing the Braves, the Mets and Phillies, the Blue Jays and the Yankees, and the Mariners and the White Sox. And here are who is going to win. The Braves are going to win, my friend. The Phillies are going to win. The Jays and Mariners are going to win.
All right.
It's baseball.
Yo, Jays had a fucking great home opener, apparently.
Yeah.
My brother was at the game. He said it was crazy.
I watched parts and full amounts of all 3 games this weekend.
He's like, the home opener, they were like down like
7-0.
I thought it was 7-1.
7-0 going in the bottom of the 4th.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And then they came back to win, what was it?
10-8.
10-8. Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, also talk about shit being too late for me. I turned that game off. I watched the first 4 innings of that game, and I went to bed at it's like 10 o'clock now. I'm like,
I can't watch baseball.
I love it. I really enjoy it.
Can't do it.
Fair enough.
I'll go to a game if it's with a good group, but
I watched a good portion of
might
the
fall
game
asleep.
on Saturday and
You
Sunday.
might have to wake me up when we have to leave.
That's because you've been drinking because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, but it's also boring and not holding my attention. My fucking tiny little pea brain.
It's not holding my attention.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 1984 in the books.
That's your Chris Predicts. Bet all your fucking life savings And if you don't do it on that, put it all on crypto or stocks. You be my guest. It's all the same risk.
Put it all on crypto or stocks.
It's all the same
I like
risk.
that advice.
And don't do any research. Just guess.
Just pick your favorite stock.
Pick your favorite short form stock.
Can you look up what AMC's at? I think they held the fucking line on it. I think it's still like in the
they're
hundreds of dollars.
still fucking holding the line on
I
this
think they
thing?
are. Good for them, though. AMC stock price. Oh, no, not
18.
AMC. Sorry, GameStop. What the fuck am I talking about? That's also higher. 146.
146.
Yeah. Wow.
It had a big dip, though. It went down to 142. Oh, that's not a big dip.
That's
It
based
just
on
looks like a
today.
big dip.
Yeah, because that's just over today.
Oh, here, yeah, let's go 1 month. Oh, they've been holding the line
go to a
steady.
year. Go to a year. 1 year.
Oh, ridiculous. You could already see it.
Yeah, you can see right there.
Yeah, it's right there. It was down to $78.
I think it was actually lower than that when they
Probably
started shorting
was.
it.
Let's go 6 months. $78.
Okay, maybe I was wrong, but it was around that, and it started to go.
No, it was farther back than
I
that.
thought it was
wasn't
further
it?
back than $76.
Oh, $76.
Even still, they got that fucker up to like $400, almost $500 a share at one
Oh,
point.
that's when.
There it is. There.
Oh, yeah, beginning of 2021.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like
Hello?
$13.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was in like the tens
So
of dollars.
$24.
$4.
In between, like mid 2020,
They got that fucker up. It's holding strong at 150.
and it went up to 325. Wow!
Did you?
Imagine.
I think we talked about it at the time, but there was a dude that basically stole money from his parents,
Oh,
but made back millions.
the Doge.
No. I don't.
Oh, that guy.
It was just a
Or
kid.
on GameStop.
On GameStop. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that
He like
story.
took out like a fucking $10,000 or $20,000.
Also, how can you do that?
I don't.
As a kid,
He was like 16.
still.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even if you said
How do you
25,
have access to your parents' line of credit? That's what
Yeah.
I want to know. Either way,
idiots.
he fucking made them millions. So
Also, good for him, but also
Huge
parents,
risk.
You guys are fucking idiots
yeah,
for allowing your kid to have that kind of fucking control on your financials.
yeah, he could have fucking pissed away 20 grand real easy because that was
So
based on like
fast.
just a Reddit thread.
Now, did you hear about the Doge dude?
No,
So this guy took all of his life savings,
good for him.
every single one of his pennies, invested in Doge
Just before it went up to like 8 cents.
just before it went up. It hit. It was at like 50 cents at the time, and the guy's bank account was like
It was 50 cents a Doge.
like
That's
Doge.
high.
Doge was it hit a high of
72
or something like that.
Yeah,
So we'll go off of that because I know that time frame better of his bank account. He did a live stream showing his fucking bank account, like his Doge wallet, and we'll
I
say
didn't have 50 cents
it was 5 million. Okay, this guy's a millionaire,
holy shit.
right? Hasn't taken anything out, holding out for the dollar,
What's Doge at? Like,
you just
can I like 18 cents?
just
now?
take out $1 million. Just take out a
Take
million.
out something.
Just take out $1 million.
Take back what you put in.
Take out $1 million. Just have some fun. You're up huge.
What's he down to now? He's probably lost all of.
So
majority
when
of his
it
money.
went up, he literally watched that bank account number get
13 cents.
get split in half, and it's probably halved again.
If he bought it 50 cents, it was, yeah.
No, he didn't buy it. He bought it when it was like super low, like maybe like pennies.
Oh, so he bought it before, because the original like bump that got everyone Dogecoin's attention, it got up to like 4 or 5 cents, 7, 8 cents.
That was when it like got
Yeah.
huge hype, and then it went
And
to
then
like
and then
25.
yeah.
Then it went to 50.
So what? And he bought it when it was like worth like
He went,
fractions of a penny.
Less than 13 cents for sure.
Oh man!
And then
he still hasn't sold it.
I have no idea. I stopped following it because I'm like,
He's
this.
giving you anxiety.
You're just an idiot. Like you literally put in your entire life savings. So let's say you put in $40K.
I don't think you would have to do that much based on how much it went up and how many you owned.
Let's just say your entire
Yeah.
life savings. You put in $40K because he's a young guy.
Yeah,
I don't think he's doing a whole lot.
Fuck me.
He's got. Let's say you put in $40K.
yeah.
And that number is showing $9 million, $5 million, $1 million.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Bro, just take out half.
Take out some. for sure.
Half.
Yeah.
a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Then hold out for a fucking $1. But like, dude, this shit's now sitting at 13 cents US. Like, yeah, good one, bud.
He's probably still up huge.
Yeah, still, but like, dude, could you imagine seeing that number and then looking at your account now and being like, fuck.
No.
Dude, when what was it that I had? I think it was like Shiba Inu. I put in like maybe $20.
Life savings.
Fuck it. Yeah, my life saving. Yeah, definitely. Like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. I mined a little bit more of it, which was like a week's worth of mining. So maybe again, another $20. So we'll say $40.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the second 20 is just me leaving my computer on for like 5 days.
Right.
And it fucking skyrocketed. I remember looking at it. I'm like, there's no shot this is getting any higher.
Yeah.
I
pulled one out.
I fucking pulled it out.
Good for you.
I pulled out like 3/4. I'm like, I'll leave this amount, and then that I will let ride because I've made my money, and then some.
Sure. Who cares?
And we're just letting her go.
And it's probably gone way down.
From when I originally went in, no, I think it's still sitting higher than when I originally bought in, but it's.
I mean, way down from like that pipe, that spike or whatever that you sold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I told Mike, I'm like, he goes, what should I get in on? I'm like, fucking buy this coin. It did good for me.
After it's already had its spike.
Like halved.
The thing about those
but it had already dropped half from the spike.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, just like buy in. It's down.
Already halved.
Yeah, it's already gone down. Whatever, Mike. Don't ask me for my opinion.
Buying after the fact.
Yeah.
Don't ask my opinion.
Too funny. Yeah, but yeah, do that. Spend your entire life savings. Watch it.
Sometimes works.
Watch it become a digital number and disappear. Yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
See you later.
I'm out. Deuces. Literally, I'm out.